everyone. My name is Samuel Barnes. I'm the meditation teacher here at the City of Beverly Hills, and I'm so grateful to be here to share meditation with you. And today we are going to move into a meditation practice that's active, yang type of meditation, where we're developing a structure of the mind to allow for us to open up and clear the mind and open up into our highest divine nature, or through that pure awareness. And this meditation is very ancient. It comes from the temples of China. And in those days, those ancient days, the monks in these temples took care of the community. And one way to build the immune system and strengthen the bones, they would do this meditation that we're doing, and they would teach it to the population there. And as the population could easily assimilate the practice and do it on their own, then they could start really building their immune system by strengthening the bones. And of course, we know in the bones produce the stem cells and the white and red blood cells. The white blood cells and stem cells, a very, very centerpiece of our immune system. And so just through meditation, we can start to really, really harmonize and cultivate an enhanced immune system through this one practice. And if we have time, we'll do a second meditation where we build the cosmic self, or expanding our consciousness. And all simple meditations using nature. And the indigenous folks of China, the Taoist monks, were aligned with nature. Everything was about being in tune with nature. And as we're attuned with nature, we pay attention to it, then our body starts to flow with the natural harmony of the universe, which is flowing in a healthy way, perfect, aligned, attuned. And it's all about just us looking inward in a yang meditation, in a active meditation, versus a passive meditation or a yin meditation. And a passive meditation, very powerful too, and will serve you well. In fact, this meditation takes you to a place when you develop the construct of your mind. The way that this meditation does, it starts aligning you, especially your body's energy aligns, so that the mind can start to really align with that higher awareness, or that pure awareness, or that awareness of the Tao. They say you can't speak of the Tao. If you speak of the Tao and you try to explain it, you don't know it. But you can become aware of the awareness of the Tao. Now you've reached this point where your attention is attuned with the highest vibration that you can have, and the gifts just start coming and flowing through you, flowing through your life, flowing through your family and your community as you're in harmony, you're healthy and whole. So when we do this meditation, just follow my words. It's guided. So that's why it's great, it's active. You just follow along. You'll close your eyes, or if you like, you can leave your eyes open, and just follow along and focus on the visualization that the structure of this meditation allows for you to then start enhancing the immune system. And this meditation is called the exchange of fire and water. The exchange of fire and water. And fire and water are two of the five elements in the five-element theory or five-phase theory of Chinese medicine. And if you go see an acupuncturist, you go see a Chinese doctor, their whole focus on what they're presenting to you comes from this tradition of the five-element theory. And the fire and water are the extreme elements, with the fire being in the heart and the water being in the kidneys, down in the lower abdominal area, fire in the chest area. And we're going to exchange this fire and water of these two elements to be a catalyst to transform the bones and the bone marrow and all of the body, enhancing your immune system, as I've talked about before. So let's get started. So feet flat on the ground, head up, standing tall. Feel the top of your head being pulled up. If you're laying on the ground, just lengthen your body. You can do whatever you want, sitting, laying down, standing. Let your tongue touch just behind the roof of the roof of your mouth, just behind the teeth. And breathe in and out through the nose in a natural process of breathing called tonifying the breath. And as we close our eyes, we become aware of our breathing process. We notice and observe as we inhale, our stomach goes out slightly, maybe our chest. And as we exhale, we feel the stomach come back and the chest recede. So when you inhale, try to breathe into the lower abdominal area and feel your stomach go out like a big Buddha belly. As the diaphragm goes down, the stomach goes out. Now exhale, feel the stomach coming back. Inhale. Feel the oxygen or the energy coming in from nature for you. Exhale. Feel the carbon dioxide going out. Feeding and fueling nature. Inhaling oxygen moves to the cells, fires the cells in action. The byproduct is carbon dioxide, and then the exhale, the carbon dioxide goes out. And just become aligned with all of your attention on the circulatory awareness of the circulation of energy coming in on the inhale, and energy going out on the exhale, which is the carbon dioxide, inhaling oxygen, exhaling carbon dioxide. And now just observe it as energy, naturally circulating, putting all your attention on this expansion and contraction of your lower abdominal area, in this exchange of energy between nature and you, in the silence, with all of your attention for the next few moments. Good, and as you continue to observe this expansion and contraction of the lower abdominal area, become aware of your kidneys in this lower abdominal area completely with your attention. And see this area filling up with water. In fact, it begins to fill up so full. It's as full as the ocean. Your lower abdominal area is the ocean. And then now put your attention on your heart. And see your heart, a bright fire raging from your heart. See it hot, illumined. Your heart is fire. And now you see the water of the ocean in your abdominal area begin to rise up towards the heart, reversing its natural nature. And at the same time, you see the fire begin to descend towards the abdominal area, reversing its natural nature. And the water rises up, the fire comes down, and they meet in a place called the central court, the place between the solar plexus and the navel. And as they meet, they turn into a warm, healing mist. A warm, healing mist. And we see this mist begin to flow through the body. Water rising, fire descending, mist being generated. The warm, healing mist floods into all the muscles, all the way to the end of your toes. The warm, healing mist generated by the fire and water merging floods into the fingertips and into the top of the head. Feel this warm, healing mist penetrating all of your glands and organs, all of your fascia, your meridians. The warm, healing mist flooding into all your blood and lymphatic fluid. Everywhere this warm, healing mist goes and illumines and heals the body. The warm, healing mist moves into all the glands of the brain, the left and right hemisphere of the brain, the frontal cortex and the reptilian brain. Into all the glands, including pituitary gland and hypothalamus gland, pineal gland. Warm, healing mist flooding into the obliglia, medulla oblongata, into the throat and all the glands and the rest of the body, including the thyroid and the parathyroid in the throat, the thymus gland in the breastplate, the adrenal glands above the kidney. All the woman and male parts, feel this warm, healing mist moving everywhere. The warm, healing mist begins to penetrate into the bones, penetrating into the center of your structure of your body, moving into the bones and into the bone marrow. Warm, healing mist flooding everywhere. As it floods into the bone marrow, it completely penetrates all the bone marrow from the end of your toes, the end of your fingers to the top of your head, and all the bone and bone marrow in between. And the bones, and the bone marrow of the bones begins to harden. The warm, healing mist penetrating the bone marrow, it begins to alchemically harden. And it becomes so hard that it's hard as diamonds. The bone marrow penetrated by the warm, healing mist becomes hard as diamonds and begins to start to glow. Begins to glow an illumined white light. An illumined white light begins to glow in the bones that are as hard as diamonds. The warm, healing mist still fully flooding into the body with the water rising and the fire descending, and this warm, healing mist and hard bone marrow as hard as diamonds, glowing with the white illumination begins to illumine. This illumination begins to illumine out from the bones into the body, into all the parts of the body where the warm, healing mist is. This warm, healing mist is mixed with this glowing white light. This white light begins to expand through the whole body. Everywhere the white light goes, the illumination lifts up the tissues and the function of the body and all the structure of the body into heightened perfection. And this glowing white light from the bone marrow begins to move out of the body and engulf the whole body as a white illuminora of white light all around you. Take a breath. Exhale. And now let all those images go. Just release them from your mind. Move into the Xin Chi, where you're pulling back all your attention from any thought forms or visualization. Fasting from the mind in the silence here for just a few moments. In great assimilation. And slowly bring your hands up, rub your hands. Slowly begin to open your eyes. A light smile on your face. Your hands across your face, through your hair, once, twice, and one more time. Let your hands come down. And you are complete with exchange of fire and water. This meditation, used by the monks, the medical Qigong practitioners of China that were responsible for their community, they used this meditation to build the immune system for their community. Because in those days, the Yellow Emperor, the famous Yellow Emperor, engaged these monks, engaged these medical Qigong practitioners with practices like this to make the community strong, calm in the mind, and a strong immune system. And these, if they weren't monks and they were getting paid, the only time that these practitioners got paid in a community is when the community was healthy. When the community was ill, they didn't get paid as much. So it allowed for the inspiration to make sure their community was healthy. So this meditation was a centerpiece for that health of the community. And it's used to strengthen the bone marrow. If people have bone marrow trouble or they're having some type of bone problems later in life, this meditation can help in strengthening the bones. But it definitely strengthens the immune system. Because if the bones start to react with the lumen light and the heart as diamond context in your mind, it strengthens them and allows them to start producing more healthier white and red blood cells and healthier stem cells. So use it as a practice for building your immune system and calming the mind. Now let's expand. We have some more time. Let's expand in a second meditation. It's called Expanding the Conscious Self. It's a simple meditation. The Taoists looked at these monks from China looked at nature, and they looked at sources of energy in nature. And the sources of energy in nature were the sun and the moon and the stars. It was the energy, and we all know it's energy too. And this energy they would use to tune their self. And let's see if it works for you. It's called expanded consciousness, or swallowing the 5 stars. Let's do it. So everybody flat on your feet flat on the ground again, head up, chin lightly tucked, smiling, looking inward and letting your mind move back to a calm and quiet mind. And with every breath, inhale and exhale, you become more and more relaxed. And as you surrender into this relaxed state, you begin to observe the abdominal area again, watching the expansion and contraction of the lower abdominal area and the respiratory process with all of your attention, like we did in the first meditation. In the silence for just a few moments. And now see in your right hand the planet Venus. In your right hand, see the planet Venus as a white pearl. Close your hand with the white pearl, the planet Venus, in your right hand. And now see in your left hand the planet Jupiter as a deep green jade gem. A deep green jade gem. And put it in your left hand and close your hand and feel Jupiter in your left hand. And the planet Venus is a white pearl in your right hand. Feel them. And then see above the top of your head the planet Mars is a bright red light. Just above the top of your head, the planet Mars blazing a bright red light. White pearl, Venus in your right hand, deep green jade, Jupiter in your left. And the red fire above the top of your head, Mars. And now see the below your feet, just a few inches below your feet, the planet Mercury as a deep black jade gem. A deep black jade gem, the planet Mercury below your feet, in the ground. Feel it. White pearl, Venus in your right hand, deep green jade, Jupiter in your left. Bright red fire above your head, Mars. Deep black jade, Venus, or deep black jade, Mercury below your feet. Feel them. Then in the center of your chest, your heart, middle Dantian area, see the planet Saturn. It's a golden orbed illumination, filling up your whole chest. A yellow gold illumination, Saturn, in the center of your chest. Feel it. White pearl, Venus in your right hand, deep green jade, Jupiter in your left. Bright red fire, Mars above the head. Deep black jade, Mercury below your feet. And Saturn, a yellow golden illumination orbed in the center of your chest. See it. Feel it. And then let all those images go. Just to release them from your mind. Open your hands. Let your attention move back into the Xin Chi. Releasing all visualization, all thought activity, fasting from thought in the silence for the next few moments. And slowly begin to roll your elbows and shoulders. Maybe roll your neck and wiggle your fingers. Waking up the central nervous system again. And very lovingly very compassionately, slowly open your eyes. Swallowing the stars. Why is it called swallowing the stars? Because all those 5 planets are the visual planets that the Taoists saw way back when, and they thought them as stars. You can see them, they become bright at certain times of the year. And so the 5 planets are swallowing the stars into the body, begins to expand the cosmic self energetically. Because we're all connected in this universe. Ever since the Big Bang, 16 plus billion years ago, and the hypothesis of our scientists is that there was a little more matter than antimatter coming together, and there was 1,000,000,001 particles of matter and 1,000,000,000 particles of antimatter. They hit and exploded, and the 1 particle per billion of matter exploded into everything that we are. We all come from that. We're all connected. If there would have been 1 particle per billion more of antimatter during that time, we'd all went into emptiness. So this creative force, this attunement to our natural nature, this swallowing the stars begins to expand your consciousness, and you'll find if you do this regularly, you'll expand your consciousness, and when you start expanding your consciousness, you start seeing through the veil of the physicality of the world, of the importance of material things. You start becoming attuned to your natural nature that is aligned with your highest spiritual nature. And this is just one way, this is one of many ways to start romancing and cultivating that awareness. Along the way, the immune system's strong, you get to be focused and see things beyond what you used to see before. And your life will expand. Harmony will be everywhere. Peace will be the essence of your being. I'm so very grateful to share with you. Come join me in class in City of Beverly Hills. Meanwhile, enjoy this class today online. Enjoy. We have another class that's called Passive Meditation. I invite you to check it out. I also teach Tai Chi and Qigong and therapeutic Qigong. There'll be classes that you can see that I'm teaching on that. Try them. I think you'll find them to be something that'll uplift your life and those around you. So take good care. Look forward to seeing you again next time. My name is Samuel Barnes, and I'll talk to you soon.